This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what you need to know today. A military court in Azerbaijan yesterday sentenced Vagif Khachatryan, a 68-year-old Armenian man from Nagorno-Karabakh, to 15 years in prison. Khachatryan was detained by Azerbaijani border guards in June during a medical evacuation from Nagorno-Karabakh to Armenia organized by the International Committee of the Red Cross. Unable to access medical care in Nagorno-Karabakh, which at the time was grappling with a near-total blockade by Azerbaijan, Khachatryan was scheduled to undergo heart surgery in Yerevan. He was instead taken to Baku, where he was charged with massacring and deporting Azerbaijanis during the First Nagorno-Karabakh War. The court found Khachatryan guilty of genocide and forcible population transfer. Khachatryan and his family repeatedly and strenuously denied the charges, while the Armenian government decried the trial as a sham that was held in violation of international legal standards and guarantees related to human rights. "I'm an innocent person," Khachatryan insisted in his closing remarks before the court. He is one of several dozen Armenians currently held in Azerbaijan. That includes 8 former senior Nagorno-Karabakh officials who were arrested during September's mass exodus from Nagorno-Karabakh at the same Azerbaijani checkpoint where Khachatryan was detained 3 months earlier. For more on that story, you can check out CivilNet's latest interview with attorney Lori Yenik-Homshian, who sat down with us yesterday to talk about her work advocating for the release of Armenians held in Azerbaijan. Armenia has reportedly purchased Indian-made counter-drone systems, according to India's Eurasian Times newspaper, which reported on the development yesterday, citing unnamed officials familiar with the deal. Armenia has purchased $41.5 million worth of anti-drone systems made by the Indian defense firm Zen Technologies, with deliveries expected to start next March, sources said. The reported arms deal comes about 2 weeks after India's Economic Times newspaper reported that India is considering sending a fresh batch of military equipment to Armenia, again citing unnamed sources. The Armenian government has so far not commented on either report, and CivilNet has not been able to independently verify the news. Since 2020, Armenia is understood to have received a number of anti-tank missiles, multi-barrel rocket launchers, radar systems, and other defense equipment from India, though officials in both countries have kept mum on the matter. The report of possible new weapons acquisitions from India comes after Armenia and France last month signed a first-of-its-kind arms deal that will allow for purchases of European-made radar systems, short-range surface-to-air missiles, and other defense equipment. Last month, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said he was seeking to diversify Armenia's defense relations, but insisted he is not considering withdrawing the country from its security arrangements with Russia. The United States and Russia have each reaffirmed their commitment to facilitating talks to allow Armenia and Azerbaijan to reach a peace deal, albeit with very different visions for doing so. Peace between those two countries continues to be a priority for us, and it's something that we will continue to engage towards, a State Department spokesperson told reporters in Washington yesterday. Meanwhile, in Moscow, Russia's security chief insisted today that we are also interested in stabilizing the situation in the South Caucasus region, but warned that experience shows this is possible only if there is non-interference by extra-regional forces. The actions of Western countries provoke the degradation of the situation in the region, Nikolai Patrushev added. Since the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh War, the European Union, with US support, has coordinated one track of Armenia-Azerbaijan peace talks, while Russia has overseen a separate track. So far, neither has made any discernible progress toward a deal. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 8,200. That's Armenia's projected GDP per capita in US dollars by the end of the year, according to Economy Minister Vahan Karobyan, who sat down with us today exclusively to talk about his vision to attract world-class investors to Armenia and turn the country into a regional high-tech hub. You can find our full conversation with Vahan Karobyan up now on our website and YouTube channel. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.